Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. My name's Jose, and we're going to take a look at Manor today. Before we get into it, if you haven't done so, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a dislike, anything you see fit for the video once you're done watching it. And I hope you enjoy it. Now, um, we're going to look at Manor. It's a city building game. So if you're not familiar with Manor, it's a city building game with some grand scale battles attached to it. Kind of like Total War, but unlike Total War, the battles in um, Mana Lords is more to complement uh, the game. So it's like, it's not the way to always go about doing things. And, once we get into the game, we'll get to see what the game's all about. I haven't played much than a few hours, maybe 3, 4 hours in total, but before I tried it, before I decided to make this video. So in no way, shape, or form am I uh, super um, uh, good at the game. I'm gonna be learning with you guys. We're gonna be making mistakes, and we're gonna be learning from those mistakes. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So, um, let's build a road here, here, and here, and here, and we'll bring it down this way. And from playing it a few hours, I've learned that the first thing you may want to do when you're playing this game is you want to build a granary right away. A granary basically is a storage for all your food. Now, let's take a look here and see what we start with. So we have a camp, we have some supplies here, we have a hitching post, and we have more supplies here. Now, let's press play here and watch all this happen. So we just put a building down. Our citizens here are going to spring into action, and they're going to build the building. Now, I know to move these heavy logs right here, you're going to need this ox over here. So you got one ox, you can move one lumber. And as you can tell, if we scroll over to the building that we're building, over here it says that it needs 2 logs. So we're going to need to transport 2 logs in order to build this building. So you're going to have to think logistically, kind of always where you're going to place your building. So you're not going to want to have, so with this granary, you're going to want all your food production buildings kind of like lining up in a row here around the granary. And the same can be said for the storehouse. So the storehouse is going to be another building that we're going to build, and it's going to be generic storage, or well, they're all generic storage, but they all store different stuff. So the stuff that's going to go in the storage house is going to be things like this firewood, this stone. It's going to be these tools. All these 3 items right here are going to go into the storage house. This bread is going to go into the granary. So as we watch these guys do the work, we're going to want to put this high. We want to build this building first. So I found that if you drop a building and start building it, and it takes 2 logs or multiple logs for that matter. If your ox drags a log here and then in the middle of it going back or returning its way or returning with one or somewhere along the line, you put another building down that you want to build before all the logs are in this first building, I find it that sometimes this ox is going to want to go to this building over here, drop that log, and build that building first before the one you dropped down first. So um, I I able to put the construction priority to high to make sure that that ox drops that second lumber here before he goes over here, which he has done. So watch these guys build this one. As soon as it's built, show you what we do next. So now you've built this granary. Nothing really happens unless you assign families to it. And I say families because in this game, it's not individual workers. It's basically you assign families to a workplace. So this would be a workplace. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and put a family here. Now this family that's assigned to the granary, they are going to start bringing the food that's sitting here on the ground. Okay, if we don't do that, if we let this food sit here and it decides to rain, we will lose all the supplies and our people will start to starve and it'll be basically game over. Same can be said about this firewood, I believe. Um, I believe if you leave any of this refined supplies, you start to lose it if it's out in the rain. As far as I understand, the logs here, it doesn't really matter. These logs can be left out. So, as you can see, the granary worker is now carrying a hand cart. He's gonna go over here and he's gonna start loading it up so that we could get it all in storage. Now, another thing that we should maybe build right away is another hitching post. And let's put this hitching post. Let's see. Let's zoom out here. You kind of want to have it in the middle of these other things. Maybe we'll just put it right over here. And yeah, you know what? No, we're gonna want to. No, we're not gonna want to put it there. Maybe we'll put it beside the other hitching post for now. I don't really want to be moving it though. Logically, if we're thinking logically, we're gonna want to put our wood gathering facilities here where there's dense wood. Okay, let's put our hitching post. Sure, put it there. Let's make sure that we put this to high because we want to get that wood going over here. We don't want it to go over there. And as soon as that hitching post is done, we can hire another ox, which will let us transfer 2 logs, which will benefit us greatly. Okay, so still waiting on that storehouse. Okay, so while that's being built, let's look at what we can build to make some food and other resources. So let's see here, we got some woodcutters, food. Okay, now we're gonna want to put our hunting hut. So if we want to be super logistically, like we want to put our camp close to what we're hunting, correct? If we put it within this circle, we're going to be too close to the animals that we're hunting. So these animals will basically migrate away, making it further for you to travel, which essentially will slow your production down. So food production, your food production will slow down dramatically. Okay, so now we have the storehouse built. Again, let's assign a family to that. Otherwise, nothing's gonna happen. So that we can start getting all of our storage or all of our supplies that's on the ground down there up to the storehouse, away from the rain and inside. Nice. So let's see here. So you're waiting for a log, which is coming right now. Perfecto. And oh yeah, let's take a look at these banners. So this is basically outstanding things that are important for you to take a look at and important for you to take care of as soon as possible. The exposed goods, generic storage, storehouse, we did that. We did the granary, and to get this one out of the way, we are going to need to build some houses. Okay, so let's build some houses now. Let's start by building a road. Now, let's put a road, let's put a road right over here. And we'll make it come over here. We'll go over here, do a little bit of curve there. Down this way. Down like that. Boom. Okay, so now that we have our road, we can, let's see, so let's put put some houses over on this side here. And the way we build houses is, oh, let's get rid of this. So I'm not really quite sure as to what happens with this, but I mean you can essentially just basically like, you know, drag this, put it over here, and you know, send it. I'm not really quite sure what it actually does. I've tried it a couple times on a couple playthroughs while I was trying the game, you know, trying out the mechanics and all that stuff. And I'm not really quite sure as if it does anything. But yeah. So another thing that we should take a look at that I haven't mentioned is if you want to get an overall sense of what's around you or where you started in the map, you can basically zoom out with your wheel mouse and it'll take you to the grand map, and it kind of looks like this, and it's divided into these provinces or zones. Obviously this red one over here is ours, and this two yellow ones here are owned by the Baron. This is the Baron right here, and these are outlaws. So the outlaws are represented by these camps right there. So we're gonna take care of those, but we know let's not get let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's just, you know, slowly take a look and see how we're gonna get strong enough to take on the brigands. Okay, so we're gonna want to build houses. We're gonna go to our construction tab. We're going to go to our residential tab, and we're going to click on a burgage plot. So the way the burgage plots is you don't individually drop one plot down. You basically are going to fill in an area that you want. You can like big as like this or small as maybe just one. In this case, we're gonna want to go for maybe 3 houses. Start building 3 houses. So if we go here and we drag it there, and we do something like this, we're gonna get 2 houses with an extension being represented by the you know, a house with a hammer type of symbol. That's fine and dandy, but maybe we'll want to start with 3. We really want to start with 3, I believe. You know. There we go. Something like this. We want to build it like this. Let's build it like this, you guys. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm I'm quite happy with that. You can even build it a little bit smaller. You can build it whatever size you'd like. Like, look, you want to save a little bit of space. You know, I don't know why you would save that space back there, but hey, you want to save a little bit of space like that. In this situation, I think we're just gonna basically drag it to the end and build 3 houses right there. It's gonna cost us 6 wood, so basically one one house is gonna cost you two lumber. Okay, so we're gonna click build on that. We're going to okay, so our hitching post is good. So if we go ahead and press play, let's hire another ox. Yeah, let's do that because um we're gonna want 2 of them. For sure we're gonna want 2 of them. Okay. So that's good, that's good, that's good. They're gonna start building our homes. Now we have 11 wood, so we're gonna put we're gonna put high priority, high priority, high priority, get those houses going. And we're going to put a wood logging camp. We're gonna want to put a logging camp as soon as possible as well.
Fresh start for me and me own.
You know, maybe we'll put it somewhere. Yeah, right here seems to be perfect. Hopefully that ox makes his way over here. Now,
Come along, lad.
the reason so going back to the house building thing, you can build houses so that it's just a house, and it'll be something like, oh, sorry, go this way,
Oh, this is heavier than it looks.
like this and like that, right? Which basically is like a home slot, like enough room for a house. And the reason why we want to put um, some of these extensions is because it'll allow us to add things that you can add to the backyard to give you passive bonuses, and we'll go through that once one of our houses is built here. Okay.
Summer's coming soon. Soon the beating
We have our hunting camp built, and we're gonna go ahead. We'll assign a family. We'll set the limit to 15. So this means basically they can't hunt until they're not gonna hunt all the animals until they're all gone. If they're all gone, I believe that you lose the resource. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not quite sure how all that works. But over here we're gonna have 40. We have 41 out of 40, so we have even more. So we're gonna assign a family to start hunting these deer, so that we can start, racking in some um, some meat, and it'll also give us some hide, which we are gonna turn into clothing. But we'll go through that once we get there. Okay. All right. You can also, if you get tired of waiting around for stuff to be built and whatnot, you can always fast forward it right down here. We're not going to do that just yet. But what I think what we're going to do is, let's see here. So what do we have here? So we have only storage house items. We don't have any granary items. So at this point, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this woodcutter's lodge. Woodcutter's lodge will give us it'll give us a way to cut down trees for fuel, you know, for wood burning for the winter to keep homes, ovens, and furnaces going. So we're gonna put our woodcutter right here inside the logging camp, and once these houses are done, we'll change that priority. So over here we have one house that's been built, and because we have a backyard extension, you get the option to build extra stuff in the back. So let's take a look. So at the first level, we'll be able to put a vegetable garden with some chicken, like some chickens, and we can put a goat shed, which will give us a passive on hides. Chickens will give us a passive on eggs, and vegetable garden will give us some vegetables. Not a passive, but just basically like a crop, like a one-time thing. So you still have some supply. So we're going to unassign this family, and they can help us. If you have unassigned families, they help build. So we'll take the unassigned family, and we'll get it building. I think this ox is stuck. Oh, there's the other ox right there. Okay, all right. Woohoo! But this ox is now stuck, and I'm not really liking that. So why don't we move? We'll relocate. Um, to be on this side, I guess. There we go. So, that's never really happened to me, but it's just actually pretty cool to show you exactly uh, that you can basically move all your buildings to different locations, um, and for free. So it doesn't cost you anything to to move. Like you see here, it doesn't cost you any 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 um anything to move. So, but we're gonna do a high on that. We're gonna do a high on that. Okay, another beverage plant. These ones are pretty big. We could probably put maybe some vegetable gardens here. Um, and this one we're gonna definitely probably put a chicken coop here, and maybe for both of these. We'll eventually expand this way and build some gardens and stuff. So we'll worry about that after. Yeah, this ox here is always getting stuck. Like, he's stuck again. That's so not good. You know what? I'm gonna build a road. It's gonna go from here to here to here to here. Hopefully he'll just cut through here and he won't want to go this way. This one was there's our camp there. What? Oh. Okay, so we're gonna have to put that family back in the granary to pick up the supplies because we can't have it go to waste. Okay, built again. So let's put it to 15. Perfect. Okay, now these guys are building that house. Yeah, so this ox went this way and didn't get stuck, but it's an iffy one. She likes to get stuck there some places. Excellent. It's going this way. Good. Okay, so we're waiting on our logging camp still. As soon as these houses are built, we'll have a logging camp. Hunting camp is doing nicely. And then logging camp for some wood. And we're gonna have to assign a family to the woodcutter's lodge as well. So lots of things to build, lots of things to man. So these guys, all the supplies is taken up. Again, we're going to unassign this family because we don't need them there right now. Okay, we don't need them there right now, and we're going to also unassign the granary family. Oh, we're not gonna add, we're gonna unassign. Okay. Also, gonna wanna put a market around too, pretty quick. Let's see. Yeah. Our supplies is dwindling, so we're gonna need that pretty quick. Pretty quick. So he's obviously gonna go drop a couple logs. So we're gonna need 2 logs for the logging camp. Okay. Okay, that's great. So there's 2 of them that have been built. Now, I'm really debating whether to put these as chicken. You know what? I am gonna put them as chicken coops. They're a little bit too big. The lot's a little bit too big for chicken, but I mean, it's not like you're gonna be lacking real estate later on, So let's go ahead and put these as chicken coops. So we're gonna go right here now to add this extension. It's gonna cost you wealth, which you don't make any of as far as it goes right now. So keep that in mind. You can't just go ahead and buy all these for every home you build in the early game because you're gonna run out of wealth, and you don't make any until you upgrade these to level 2. But we'll get into that when we get there. Chicken, come on. Excellent. Okay, so unemployment. What? Chill out, guys. They are sad because they're not working. Oh no. We're gonna be working soon. Let's go ahead and fast forward it so we can get this camp built a little bit quicker. We can assign a few people to it, or a family. We can assign a family to it. We're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna go ahead and slow it down, and what we're gonna do is we're going to assign these people a work zone. So right over here in front of us is great to just get our lumber stock uh, you know, back up nice and quick, right? So we'll do that, and as soon as this is built, we will go ahead and assign a family to the woodcutter's lodge as well. Okay, so the woodcutter's lodge has been built. Let's assign a family, and again, just like we did with the lodge, we want to give them a working zone. Why did I do that? And their working zone will also be nice and close to begin with, and eventually we'll branch out to different parts of the map. So what else are we gonna need for these guys? So we're gonna need some water access. Okay, so water access. Let's go to our construction. Let's go to our residential and to our well. Now you can see here, this blue here, this is underground water. The only place where you can build wells is next to or right on top of this groundwater. Okay, so you can't just put wells wherever you feel like. You won't be able to. So it's got to be really close, if not on top of the groundwater. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put that there. Okay, so these guys want me to make a marketplace, and we are definitely gonna want to make a marketplace, and we're gonna put it right here. Oh, oh, wait. Yeah. Boom. Okay. Marketplace is gonna be really, really, really good for um, our supply distribution. All these houses are gonna go to the marketplace and buy goods from there. So, what else are we gonna need to upgrade this? So we are doing the water access. That's great. We're just built the market, so these stalls will come. Let's think about clothing stall. We don't really have anything for clothing, and what we're going to do is we're going to build a tannery. A tannery will allow us to build. It'll allow us to build, or not to build, but to make. Leather. So in order to build leather, we're going to need hides, which are right here, and the hunting camp. So, but we cannot build that because we are short in wood. Now we're not short in wood, so let's go ahead and put a tannery down. And let's put our tannery right here, right beside our hunting camp. Perfect. And we're gonna want to assign a family when the tannery is built, so that we can get some some clothing. Another little cool little feature I found in this game was this erase shrubbery option where you can just kind of clear out the map here, clear it, and you know, it just cleans up the map so that you can see a little bit better after you've cleared a nice chunk of forest. It opens up the map nicely like that. Okay, so tannery's being built. Our ox are moving everything nice and smoothly. I like the way, like, you know, there's puddles on the ground from the rain. Like, I could just sit here and look at the game and watch the game. Like, you know, chickens. You know, and you can just like go through it. So cool. I just think it's a pretty cool and neat concept and cool game. I can just sit here and watch it for hours. Okay, so check this out, guys. So our marketplace has market stalls. Look at that. Awesome. Right? So that's great. Over here, 304. Let's fast forward that. Get that tannery done and assign a family to it. Perfect. Tannery's done. I'm gonna assign a family to it now so that we can start getting leather. At this point, we still need to build houses for our peeps. So why don't we go ahead and build another lot of houses? And let's build a super long one. How about that? No, eh? Don't like it.
Come one, come all. Feast your eyes on our fine selection.
Like, what's going on here? Like, why can't I just drag it over here? Oh, God. Okay. Anyway, why don't we just not make that one a long one, and we'll make a long one later. So let's go ahead and just basically bring it here. No, I want it to be a little bit bigger than that. No. Okay, so not sure why we're having so much difficulties.
Gave the old ox a handful of month-old grain. He spat it in my face and tried to carve me a new nipple.
Yeah, no. So why don't we... Oh, okay. Why don't we put it over here? Let's put it over here where we can fill this spot. A little bit bigger. There we go. Let's try something like that. Let's try it over here. Let's try it right here. Right across the street from the other houses. Excellent. I like that. And that's gonna resolve the problem of our homelessness. Once these guys finish clearing the area that we assigned them earlier, we'll go ahead and get them to clear this area here so that we can have a better view of what's going on over there. Everything seems to be working in order here.
Summer's coming soon, and soon the beating sun.
Animals, wild animals. Our ox are moving the wood. Great. Everything's looking nice and peachy. Speaking of peachy, let's build a road. Let's build it. Maybe we'll go from. No, maybe it'll go from here. And it'll go by that entrance. And it'll go by right here. And then it'll go over here. And it'll want to come up toward the peaches or berries. Go ahead and put that down. And we're gonna want to go ahead and put down a
Come on, laddie.
forager's hut. And we'll put forager's hut. That's a lot of trees being uprooted. Let's put the forager's hut right there. No, we don't want to uproot so many. Crazy, right? One. I could live with uprooting one.
Soon
Let's do that. Let's put it right there. Okay. Now, what do we have going on here that we should prioritize as far as building goes? Make sure these guys get the high priority because we want to make sure we have our homes built before the winter, which we should. Obviously, we should. Only 2 wood. Okay, that's okay. Ah, cool. Clothing stall. Ah, excellent. Okay, so we have our clothing stall, we have fuel stall, we have food stall, we have water access, and we're gonna need a church. Okay, so we're gonna need a church. What do we need to build a church, guys? Let's see. So, church, we're gonna find it under the residential. And wow, okay, so we're gonna need 5 log, 20 planks, 10 rock. Okay. Okay. Nothing to sneeze at, but I'm pretty sure we can. I'm pretty confident we can get that done, no problem. Okay, so yeah, I think they were gonna start to build that forager's hut there. And good thing we changed it to the priority because now I think they're gonna start coming back here. Alright, let's just fast forward this a little bit so that we can get those houses built. There we go.
Move that there.
Perfect.
On.
Okay. Now, the more families you have unassigned, the better it is. not the better it is, but the quicker they're gonna build your stuff, which is always a great thing. Okay, let's play it normally now. Um,
Cheated him? Never.
Soon we'll be able
Perhaps he simply
to
does not know how to cook properly.
have new family join us. As soon as our approval rating goes up, we'll be able to attract more families to join our
This
beautiful
is heavier than
town.
it looks.
Cheated him? Never. Perhaps he simply does not know how to cook properly.
We don't have the, so you
Well,
see this right
perhaps it was
here,
simply a bad man.
mercenary camps
These things do
available. You
happen
can
from
go
time to
to
time.
this army tab, go to the plus, and if you go over here to hire mercenaries, it gives you a list of mercenaries that are out there. Um, I've never gotten far enough to, sorry about that, excuse me. I've never gotten far enough to be able to hire some of these guys. I'm not really sure what happens. I don't know if they're, I'm pretty sure there's like a monthly fee that you're gonna have to pay, but I couldn't be uh, certain for sure. However, together, I'm sure we will find out exactly how it all works. Come on, guys, let's get these houses built. Let's go. Alright, so they finished that one. These guys are gonna go ahead and start building the second one. And a family joined the plot. So, fantastic. So they joined the house, so we're now down to just one one homeless person. If you noticed before, the numbers were going down, started with a 5, um, then down to a 2, and now to a 1. And that house is almost built. Now, just because we have everybody living in a home doesn't mean we're going to stop building houses. We're not going to be able to attract new families unless we have houses to spare now. As you can see, as soon as we build enough housing for all of our families, this camp goes away. So what we're going to do is, in its place, we're going to build this. We're going to go like this, this, and we're going to build this gigantic plot that we're going to be able to put down, and we're going to have some vegetable gardens on that side. We're going to go ahead and build that, and I can't wait to see how that looks like. Forager's hut, I guess it's going to get built next. So yeah, Forager's hut, excuse me, Forager's hut will get built next. Let's go ahead and fast forward this. I don't really like looking at the rain. It is raining here at home today. I was out in it. I feel these guys. I feel you having to work in the rain. God. Anyway. Okay, cool. Construction of the forager's hut is now completed. Cool. We're not gonna put a family there just yet because we don't have a family to spare. If we were to put the family there right now, we would basically lose our ability to move, to build anything and move anything. So Um, we can assign the logging camp one of these livestock so that they can move logs themselves. Um, However, if you do assign a family, you will lose the ability to build new stuff. So, but I think what we're going to do is call it a night for tonight. Thank you for joining me. Have yourselves a great night. We'll be bringing out a lot more of these videos for you in a timely manner. Not gonna go as long as I have without making a new video. So hopefully we can get these videos going and we can get them. We can keep them coming. And hopefully, if you enjoy this content, like I said, think about subscribing. Think about leaving a like or a comment or anything you see fit. And I want you guys to have yourselves a great night. Bye bye.